Hi, I'm Juhui. I went to Paris about a month ago for 10 days and I've asked a lot of questions about traveling to Paris. So here in this video, I'd like to answer some of the questions. So let's get started. The question that I got most asked was if I had the French health pass. Short answer, no. I flew out at the end of August and I had my vaccine card from the US and I made an online request for the health pass. And I didn't get a response from them until I was already in Paris without the health pass. Basically, the response was they won't be able to issue me a health pass within the time I needed it. So without having the health pass, I was a little bit nervous. I went to a pharmacy near my hotel in Le Marais district. I asked for the process and they said it would be 60 euro per person and it would take a couple of days for them to issue a health pass. I thought to myself, like, that's a lot of money to spend and I just felt that it would be unnecessary. I took a chance and I went to Louvre Museum the next day with my vaccine card. I was a little nervous when I started to see these guards at the Louvre with this QR code readers. I walked up to them and I said, I don't have the health pass, but I am fully vaccinated and this is my vaccine card from the US, and they look at it and they let us in. So that was it. It was clear to me that if Louvre Museum would let me in, literally anywhere else would let me in. And later I saw this sign hanging in front of a bar that says, we accept either the health pass or proof of vaccine or negative test result. But again, take my words with a grain of salt because things change every day related to coronavirus, so please don't forget to do your own research. Let's talk about re-entry. I re-entered to US in early September, and at that time what I need to do was to have a negative test result. The tricky part was that I had to make sure that I used the test kit that was accepted by the airline. So my airline, they had their own partner that does the whole test process.
Now I need you to look at the result window and on the front of the card.
We placed an order a few days before our flight and the package arrived before our flight, fortunately. So we took it with us the day before our flight back to New York. We did a test. So I just finished my COVID test. You should bring your own laptop. If you are traveling with somebody else, it'd be better if all of you bring your own laptop, own device, if you don't want to spend hours and hours just testing, sharing one device. And make sure that your device has good audio and video. The whole test will take about 25 minutes. That's it for coronavirus. Let's talk about money. A lot of people ask me how much euros did I bring. We brought 100 euros for our 10-day stay in Paris and Lyon. And we ended up spending 10 euros. So for us, the only time we used the cash was when we took a cab to go to a train station to catch a train. For some reason, we were having a hard time finding an Uber driver like for 10 minutes.
So we just made it.
So we just had to grab a cab, and the cab driver didn't accept credit cards or mobile payments. And speaking of mobile payments and credit cards, I went to Louis Vuitton one day and I bought like some nice scarf, and they were saying that, oh, you could get a tax exemption. Here's the thing. I didn't bring my credit card, like a physical credit card that day, because I've been using just mobile phone payments everywhere. If I had my physical credit card, they can give the tax right back to my credit card. But since I didn't bring my credit card, I had to go through a much longer process to get this tax exemption. Bring your credit card with you. Lastly, I think it's the most often asked question. Do I need to speak French or do I need to understand French? My answer is mostly no, because most people in Paris speak and understand English. You can always use like Google Translator app on your mobile phone, so you can translate French menu into English. However, I think it would be great if you know at least a few French words. We had a little almost accident in Lyon. We were at a train station in Lyon waiting for our train back to Paris. What happened was they changed the platform for the train that we are supposed to get on. They made an announcement, but only in French. Since it wasn't English, we weren't paying attention to the announcement and we were just like, on our phone, doing our thing. And a train came. We just got on the train, but we realized there's something wrong with this train. It just doesn't look right. And we looked around and we asked some guy inside the train, like, does this go to Paris? And the guy was just standoffish, who wasn't responding to us. So I was getting really nervous because I didn't want to get stuck in a train going somewhere, who knows, I just shouted at him like, does this go to Paris? So that was I don't know if I say that correctly, but this time he seemed to understand what I'm trying to say. He said no. So we got out of the train and the door closed right behind us. So they changed the platform last minute, so we're inside that train, and that is not TGV, that doesn't go to Paris, that's probably local. We're so glad that we didn't get stuck in that train. Can you imagine? So these were the questions that I got asked most, but if you have different questions about traveling to Paris, don't hesitate to comment below. I'll do my best to answer those. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a new video coming next week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.